Hey there, Libra. How's it going? Hope everything's going good with you and yours. This is your week of March 21st weekly tarot horoscope reading here. We're going to be looking at your energy coming into this week over here on the left. The center, we're going to look at some challenges, and over on the right, we're going to look at some outcome cards for you. We're going to clarify them all, of course, and then we're going to tie them all off with an oracle card at the end of the reading. So hopefully you'll be sticking around for all that. Of course, at any point if this is resonating, don't be afraid to give that thumbs up button down below. A little boop helps out the channel a ton. And of course, if you really like what I do here and you're not subscribed already, you can subscribe to the channel as well. So your energy coming in this week, we got the Knight of Wands, the Five of Wands, and the Sun. That's a ton of good positive energy. There is a plane flying over my house. All right, it's gone now. But we got the Sun, the Knight of Wands, and the Five of Wands here. Yeah, the Sun is positivity incarnate, right? It's all these good vibrations. I feel like right now is a very happy time for a lot of you out there, or if not, you're coming into that energy this week, which is beautiful. The Sun is the happiest card in the deck. All the positivity, all the good vibes, everything coming up Libra. It's all looking real good here. So that is great. With the Knight of Wands here, I feel like this is you for sure. The Knight of Wands being like someone who goes out and goes after what they want. And you and the Knight of Wands energy isn't someone who's necessarily someone who's self-centered. It's more of like, I'm doing this for me because I need it. Like, I need to do something for myself, right? And this is what I'm going after here with that Knight of Wands, which I think is great as well. Also saying at this time too, you're very charismatic too. You're very, like, people are drawn to you at this time. Charismatic, a lot of people, when you say you have charisma, a lot of people say you're good looking. It's not that. Like charisma can be like an energy, like your personality just kind of draws people into you. You may not be inherently beautiful or handsome or something like that. You just might be your personality, the way you talk, your vibes, you know, whatever, your body language or something might just be telling people like, oh, like, I want to be around this person. I want to be around Libra. So that looks really good as well. And with this Five of Wands too, I feel like you're doing really good. Like, you got a lot of stuff going on for you. You look at this spider guy here, and he's got 5 bats. Like, he's like, all right, let's go. Like, I'm gonna get this ball. When you pitch it to me, it's going, right? Like, I'm getting it. So I feel like that's saying, like, you, like, it's almost like a, you can, not necessarily you can do no wrong at this time, but you just got a lot of opportunities here. Like, you got a lot of chances at things this week. So I think that's really beautiful. That's looking great here, Libra. All right, let's look at your clarifiers for this energy. See what else we got here for you. And then we'll move on to your challenges. See what's happening there. What do we have? We got the Moon, Sun and the Moon here. The Queen of Pentacles and the Zoldo. All right. With the World here, for sure feels like some sort of completions happened for you recently. Probably why you're so happy. Maybe you just recently got promoted. Maybe you recently had some sort of big news with a relationship in regards to a relationship. So maybe this is like you've finally started dating someone here, which is a huge change. Maybe you got engaged, maybe you're getting married, maybe, you know, maybe someone proposed to you. That's all looking good. That's a reason to be, you know, happy for the Sun, all that positivity too. So that's great. Future's a little uncertain with the Moon there, of course, though, but for everybody, the future's uncertain, so nothing to really worry about there. But with the Moon is Pisces card, so if you have Pisces in your chart, it means you're coming in a strong way. Nice little bonus there. But like I say, the Moon just means there's, you know, you don't necessarily have all the information here, but who does, right? So don't worry about that. And with the Queen of Pentacles here, I feel like there's definitely a chance for like some significant growth here. Definitely moving into a positive direction here at this time. We've got all sorts of signs here in your reading here. We got the Knight of Wands, the Queen of Pentacles, the Moon here. So we're representing fire, water, and earth signs here. So any one of those, if you got any like fire or earth in your chart, or a Pisces in your chart, you're coming in strong as well. Maybe you have multiples. That means you're coming in even stronger. So that looks great. But yeah, I just feel like you're really doing really well. You're cultivating, and I feel like you're growing in a very positive way. So let's look at some challenges you might be facing. We got the Two of Wands here, the Ace of Wands, and the Knight of Cups. All right. Oh, here we go. So with that Knight of Cups, this could be, you know, possibly your partner. If you're going into a relationship, you've either just started dating someone or you have a significant other, because the Knight of Cups can represent Prince or Princess Charming here for you. Again, a water sign, so it could be Pisces again, could be Virgo. It could be Virgo because, with the Queen of Pentacles back here, but could be Scorpio or it could be Cancer. Oh, excuse me. This could be one of those signs you're dealing with this week. Could be that Knight of Cups. So that could be someone who's considering offering up something to you, but they're kind of delayed for some reason here at this time. Or it could be saying that this is your partner, maybe giving you some grief if you do have a partner, or just a water sign probably, maybe giving you some trouble as well. Could also be saying too with that Knight of Cups as well, you might be having trouble going after your dreams, going after what you want this week. Like you might not be able to just make any progress on that at this time, maybe because of that moon energy back here, because of that uncertain future, not really in a position to act here at this time. So just be aware of that. With the Two of Wands and the Ace of Wands here, there's kind of a sense of like, where do I go from here, right? Because you have the World in your hands, right? So not only the World card, but we have the World in your hands too. It's kind of like a where do we go from here? And again with that moon, like there's that energy of like, oh, what now, right? And that could kind of be a thing I've heard about people who get into relationships and stuff, especially like engagements, right? Like a fellow I used to work with, he got engaged to his longtime girlfriend. He proposed to her and they became fiance, engaged with each other, and they just didn't get married. Like they've been engaged for like years and years now, and whether it's financial or whatever, but it just seems like they're kind of directionless. It's kind of like, we did this, now what, right? Like it can be like that sometimes. So you might be dealing with that, or you just be saying like, hey, like I'm in this really happy position. Like it feels like I'm at the top. Like where do I go from here as well, right? With the sun back here, your energy. And with this Ace of Wands again, like, are we gonna start something new? But like, should we start something new, right? The Ace of Wands talks about a new beginning. So again, we're kind of wondering like, is that the right thing to do? Or do we start something new? Or what do we do at this time? So let's look into some clarifiers for this. Oh, we got the Knight of Cups on the bottom of this deck as well. So that's interesting. But before we get into your clarifiers here, if you want to help out the channel, if this is resonating with you, you can boop that thumbs up button down below. That like button helps out the channel a ton. You can also subscribe if you haven't already subscribed to the channel and you want to stick around, and I appreciate you if you do. I appreciate you if you don't too, but if you want to stick around, come on this wild, strange journey with me, well, you can hit that subscribe button. But let's get into things. We got that Queen of Wands coming in here, the Fool, and the King of Swords as well. So yeah, that Fool, there's that sense of wanting to begin something, but feeling kind of chained down by it here at this time. Because the Fool talks about freedom, talks about going out and doing whatever you want, but I feel like you're kind of chained by like that, not knowing what's going on, right? It's almost like here you're wanting to make a leap of faith, you want to start something new with that Ace of Wands, with the Fool, but like you got the sun at your back, and it's kind of like, if I go forward, I'm moving away from the sun, I'm moving away from the happiness, right? It's almost as if like we don't want to mess with a good thing, right? And that might be a bit of a challenge for you this week. With that Queen of Wands there too, you could be dealing with, again, a fire sign, a fellow air sign with the King of Swords here. Just a couple of people you might be dealing with this week. Maybe some older people, more mature, not necessarily have to be those genders. Could be two men or two women, could be neither, right? But this older person or potential older people are just people who are more mature, maybe have a little bit of power over you, seniority over you, or just are kind of more mature people. But yeah, it just feels like with that King of Swords here, could be dealing with some facts this week where it's just like, yeah, you really just can't move forward, or you shouldn't, or you feel like you shouldn't, or it's just saying like factually like don't, because we're in a good position and it's not the best idea to start up something new. And with that Queen of Wands as well, saying like, well, we've gotten this far, let's just keep the ball rolling. So it feels like those things are struggling, right? The King of Swords will definitely tell you that like, you have to move on, like you can't maintain this forever, so you are going to have to eventually move on and start something new instead of dwelling on this all the time. And the Queen of Wands is going to tell you to party and like, let's just keep partying and having fun, right? So like you're getting tugged between those two forces here with that Fool. So let's look at your outcome cards, see what we got here for you. You got the Hangman, the Knight of Pentacles, and the Chariot. The Chariot is Cancer's card, so you may have Cancer in your chart. Maybe dealing with a Cancer here. Yeah, interesting here. With the Hangman, just a new perspective for sure you need to take, I feel. Just look at things from a different way. You know, not necessarily that, like, I'm giving up the happiness of the sun and moving away from it. It's just kind of saying that, you know, this has been great, but I want something new. I want a new challenge. I want to move forward here. And maybe that's all it is. It's just like we're still maintaining that positivity. It's just saying we want to find more of it, right? Like, is there, like, this is a pretty tall mountain, but is there an even taller mountain? You know, is there even more positivity out there? Is there even more happiness? Like, can we go beyond, right? And if you want to find out, you got to take that next step forward here. With the Knight of Pentacles saying, like, I feel like you need to make a plan of some sort would help you out a lot here, and stick to it. I feel like with that Knight of Pentacles, trust the process, that whole bit. I feel like that's going to help you out a lot. And with the Chariot saying, like, you got to take some action. You got to just go for it, right? You got to work it. You know, you got to work it yourself because no one's going to do it for you. So I like that a lot. Let's look at some outcome clarifiers, and then we'll wrap it up with a oracle message for you here, Libra. All right. Oh, geez, got a little bit of sniffles. Let's see what we got here for you, though, Libra. All right. Got that King of Wands, the Six of Wands, and the Five of Wands repeating again. Repeating. Jumping Jehoshaphat, because we did have it all the way back here in your energy, but we have it here again. And I feel like that's just saying, yeah, again, you have a lot of chances, you have a lot of opportunities for growth here in the future for sure, especially with that Six of Wands and the King of Wands here. Those are two leadership type cards. Those are two cards that are really going to go after what they want. The King of Wands in particular is going to be like really going after whatever he wants, chasing it down, being like, this is what I want it, I'm going after it, I'm not taking no for an answer. And it's very unlikely he's not going to get what he wants. And the Six of Wands is like, much like the Chariot back here, is telling us that you need to kind of keep things aligned, right? You need to match up your actions with your thoughts, with your words, with keep that all aligned and keep that all centered. So that way, like, when you take action, you say, I'm doing this because I want to move forward and I want to find something better out there. And you're thinking that as well while you're saying it, while you're doing action to make sure it's happening. And if you do that, that's just a recipe for success. And especially where you have that energy of those two cards backing you up. That's just saying, yeah, like, there's Libra, nothing can stop you at that point. So I'm loving it. Oh God, I hope McDonald's doesn't like take this video down for that. All right, let's see what we got here for you. Yeah, if you watch this and then you got to come back to check it like the next week and it's gone, you'll know what happened. you'll know that goddamn clown got me. Let's take a look and see. Oh no, that was too many cards. That was too many cards. It's raining oracle cards. Hallelujah. Let's take a look at your oracle card and your oracle message to wrap this video up before I get taken down by one of the biggest fast food chains in the world. We got the Loyal Heart card, number 35. Let's take a look for you here. I love owls, by the way. That's not relevant to the card or your reading. I just thought you ought to know. All right, what do we got here? That's too far. It's also too far. Oh, come on. Sticky pages. Here we go. The Loyal Heart card. Evidence of loyalty will appear in your life. Others will prove they are faithful to you, and you will in turn commit fully to them. There is a sure and abiding certainty in your heart. Know that Spirit is always loyal to you. No matter the outer circumstances in your life, trust and have faith, for you are eternally loved, always divinely protected, and divinely directed. So I'm seeing that as trust all. You know, things may feel like you don't know where you're going, or you may feel directionless, or you may feel like, like I'm gonna lose out on like that divine protection, that divine energy if I move on from this. But it's guiding you, right? It's pushing you in the right direction. Like, if you feel like, oh, I want to move on, or maybe I should move on, that's it telling you, like, yeah, go for it, move on. Like, you've done what you can here, you've enjoyed, you've learned, you've absorbed what we wanted you to learn. It's time to move on and find something new so that we can, guide you forward. So I think that's beautiful. So I hope that helped you out, I hope that resonated, and I will see you next time, Libra.